Ashley Brown. Hi, Ashley. How are you today?
Hi, Dan. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Ashley, that's got to be a great job to walk in every day to the Elkhorn Museum and the Johnny Carson Gallery. Do you enjoy your job there?
I do very much. I love it. To be able to preserve and present such a rich history is bar none.
Well, it is, and the Elkhorn Museum is really cool too. And we're going to talk about the whole thing. We're going to talk about the Elkhorn Museum coming up because there's some really cool, extraordinary things there as well. But before we do that, let's go inside the Johnny Carson Gallery, which is part of the Elkhorn Museum in Norfolk. So when we walk in, can you walk us around the room a little bit, Ashley, and give us a feel? Johnny's awards, his honors, his life in chronological order as you go around that room, all found in one room.
It is, yes. We have a separate gallery space, officially named the Johnny Carson Gallery. And so when you walk in, as of right now, we have different sections that talk about his life from his boyhood in Iowa and his family's move to Norfolk, his philanthropy. We go through his entire career in media, with his first job at WOW-TV and radio in Omaha, Nebraska, and all the way until his retirement in '92.
Ashley Brown is with us. She's the executive director of the Elkhorn Museum, where the Johnny Carson Gallery is located. Today is the anniversary. It was 58 years ago today that Johnny took over hosting the Tonight Show. So, Ashley, excuse me, in your position, have you ever met people that knew Johnny Carson when he was a boy?
Yes, we do have some people that either went to high school with him or they had the wonderful opportunity to work with him on his Johnny Goes Home special.
Oh, for fun. That was a great show back in the 80s when Johnny went back to Norfolk, was a cheerleader at the football game going on there, and et cetera. So when you're talking with any of these people, actually the guy was a singular talent. He was the biggest television star in the history of the medium, bar none, before, since, today, or whatever. Johnny Carson's the biggest television star the medium has ever produced. But like his special that looked back on his career, The American Experience, said he burned brightest at night, but he was a really cool customer. I'm building up to ask you this, Ashley. Have you ever talked to anybody who could tell you just what it was that made Johnny such a cool guy?
People always talk about his talent, of course, because he is, the king of late night, as we all know as well. But people also talk about how he could create these immediate friendships and connections with anyone that he talked to. And he was a very generous man and whip smart and mercurial and approachable, even though he kept his private life fairly private. So that's really what people talk about when they discuss, either going to high school with him or being able to work with him on set. And we've been lucky enough to work with his nephew, Jeff Zotzing, who, of course, gets to tell us these wonderful firsthand stories that you simply cannot get anywhere else.
Jeff Zotzing was one of the producers on The Tonight Show back in its last several years. Johnny was whip smart, by the way, in his retirement. The story of him going to Africa, so he taught himself how to speak Swahili. Do you know that story, Ashley?
I do not know this story.
So
Please indulge me.
He's going to Africa on a tour. He taught himself how to speak Swahili, and the people that he went on the tour with said he was engaging the natives over in Africa, speaking their language, and, of course, cracking them up with one-liners and jokes only spoken in Swahili. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
He's truly a remarkable human being, and miss him so much. When I was at the gallery, the Johnny Carson Gallery, by the way, today is the anniversary of Johnny Carson taking over the Tonight Show in 1962. So we're talking about Johnny Carson today. We're talking to Ashley Brown, who's the executive director of the Elkhorn Museum in Norfolk, Nebraska, Johnny's hometown. It's the home of the Johnny Carson Gallery. Now, when I was there a couple of years ago, Ashley, the Johnny Carson Gallery had a lot, and I'm not sure if they had all, but they had a lot of Johnny's honors and awards. The Kennedy Center honors necklace, if you will, was there. Some Emmys were there. Can you talk about what people could see? I mean, this is hands-on history at your museum. Can you tell us what kind of awards and honors Johnny received are there?
Absolutely. We have everything from some local or statewide awards that he received for both philanthropy and talent. We also have awards from when he was in college, which was at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln, Nebraska. We also have his 6 Emmy Awards, which are the originals. We have the Kennedy Center Award. And so those are all on display. And if I can, I'll talk about our new redesign campaign for the gallery.
Yes.
So you had mentioned that, you came in and you can see hands-on all of these artifacts. Well, we actually are expanding the gallery as well as our collection. And that is starting in November of this year and will be open and ready to go by the end of January of 2021.
So what's going on, Ashley? What's going to be improved?
So we are actually working with Flint Hills Design out of Kansas to bring the new exhibit to connect with the community and especially the younger generation who didn't have the privilege of growing up with Johnny. It will be interactive and modern, and we are actually going to be the permanent owners of the Carson collection.
Oh, that's terrific. That's terrific. All that will be done at the end of January. Highway 81 might be kind of tough to get from Fargo to Norfolk in January, but when the snow melts, make it a cruise down there. You'll absolutely love it. Ashley, I'm not sure if you can speak to it, but if you can, I'd love to hear you tell everybody. Johnny Carson was extraordinarily generous with the state of Nebraska, the University of Nebraska, and the city of Norfolk.
Yes, he was. He spent his life giving back to his community and his, different organizations and businesses that he absolutely believed in, and that includes us here at the Elkhorn Valley Museum, the Norfolk Public Library, the Norfolk Arts Center, the Carson Radiation Center at Faith Regional Hospital here in Norfolk, the Johnny Carson Theater at the Norfolk Senior High School, the Lifelong Learning Center at Northeast Community College. All have received his steadfast support, and we continue to receive support through the Johnny Carson Foundation.
That is so cool. Nationally, all you ever heard of as far as finances go was how much Johnny was paid and his war with NBC, and he would go back and forth. He'd get these great contracts and stuff. But what a lot of people didn't realize, and I don't think came to light until after he passed in 2005, was the fact that Johnny would write checks almost daily to people that he found in need. He would see a story, hear about a story, get a letter from somebody. He would write a check, put it in the mail, get it done with absolutely zero fanfare. Have you heard that before, Ashley?
Yes, and we have a letter to prove it here in our collection.
What's it say?
So it is actually a letter from Johnny to a representative at Faith Regional Hospital when they had reached out to him to help fund the Carson Radiation Center. And he donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to make this happen and asked for it to remain anonymous.
And I guess he did that lots and lots of times. We're running out of time ourselves here, Ashley. I'm sure Johnny would get a laugh out of that himself where he was. He always had to take a commercial break. But before we go, what's the Johnny Carson Tour?
The Johnny Carson Tour is through the Norfolk Visitors Bureau and ourselves. With that, you get to see his home as well as the Elkhorn Valley Museum and the mural that has been painted on a downtown Norfolk business. You eat at a local place here in town. And so it's just an entire day event of being entertained by Johnny in his hometown.
Well, if you're a Johnny-ophile, you're going to want to take this. You get to have lunch at the Black Cow Fat Pig.
Yes.
I'm putting that on the bucket list right now. On the way out, Ashley, the Great American Comedy Festival is held every summer in Norfolk, Nebraska. Again, I think this is one of those things that people don't realize is going on. Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Oh, absolutely. I believe they're on their 13th year even, and that is hosted at the Norfolk Senior High School in the Johnny Carson Gallery. They bring in comedians and magicians from all over the nation to perform over a 3-night special in honor of Johnny.
And it's some big-time talent that comes to Norfolk, by the way. Can you drop some names on us?
I'm trying to think. There were a couple big names one year. Drew Carey, I know, has performed one of the years.
Have you ever seen Drew Carey's interview about what it was like to be on Johnny Carson's show for the first time? Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I hope you get a chance to see it. Go out to YouTube and see if you can find Drew Carey's interview about his first Tonight Show appearance. Drew Carey cries trying to explain how much it meant to him. He said, I went on that show, and the next day I had a career. And now he's the host of The Price is Right. I'd love to talk to him about Johnny Carson someday. And the rest of the Elkhorn Museum, by the way, is in Norfolk, Nebraska. What's in the Elkhorn Museum? What would we see?
We have everything relating to the region of the Elkhorn River Valley. And so we actually cover 22 counties in northeast Nebraska. And we have everything ranging from celebrities and notable locals. We have historical agriculture and farm implements. We have artwork. We have a handmade steam engine and just a variety of different artifacts and documents.
And it's all there at the Elkhorn Museum. You'll also find the Johnny Carson Gallery about to be remodeled, and it will be reopening all brand new by the end of January. Hope you get a chance to go to the Elkhorn Museum in Norfolk, Nebraska. If you are a Johnny Carson fan, it's no excuse. It's just down the road from us. I hope you get a chance to do it, and go say hi to Ashley Brown, our guest, the executive director. Ashley, happy Johnny anniversary today, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Happy anniversary.
Take care. Ashley Brown, executive director of the Elkhorn Museum in Norfolk, Nebraska. KFGO time coming up on 4:53. You're listening to The Drive on the Mighty 790 KFGO.
This is News Radio KFGO. Weather Watch.
And here's a look at your forecast from the KFGO Weather Cave. And this forecast is powered by Acme Tools. Don't be left in the dark. Get powered up with a new Honda generator. For the rest of tonight, some widespread frost. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies dropping to a low right around 32. Partly cloudy for your Friday with a high of 49. Friday night into Saturday, a chance of some showers. Otherwise, mostly cloudy Friday night with a low of 36. And some more showers under a mostly cloudy sky for your Saturday with a high of 49 degrees. Few clouds floating around the Fargo-Moorhead area. Temperature of 49 degrees here at the Mighty 790 KFGO.
Get the latest weather when you need it. 24/7 at KFGO.